So on the day that I decide to film this, there happens to be construction, so that's just my luck. So my apologies for the background noise. Let's just try to focus on the makeup here. So I have one eye done. I need to do my left eye, and the reason why I did it like this is because I take a long time doing my makeup. I'm just listening to music and just getting distracted, and I just take my time blending and blending and blending, and so on and so forth. So the plan originally was to do my base as well, but because there is fallout to this makeup, and really there is fallout to most makeup, I didn't want to do my base and then have all this pigment run down to my cheeks and then have it all become a hot mess. So I'm just going to do my left eye now, and it'll look just like this. So I'm using the new Makeup Forever eyeshadows, and I created my own palettes. I will list all the colors down below. Just to make it easier for this tutorial, I'll just talk about these colors as yellow, pink, purple, orange, and coral. Okay, so this would be the yellow, this would be the pink, the purple, and then we have the orange and then the coral. But again, I'll list the real names down below. So the first thing that I did is I primed my eyelids using the Urban Decay primer potion for the eyes. If you don't like that one, you can try the one by NARS, the NARS Smudge Proof. It's the NARS primer for the eyes, but you have to use a primer. I haven't tried these eyeshadows without primers because honestly, I just always use a primer for my eyes. That's just how it is. So the first thing that I did for this eye makeup look, let me just get close to you so you can see what I'm doing. Okay, there we go, much better. So I'm gonna use the coral and a MAC 224. Honestly, MAC are not my favorite brushes. I am soon to, I guess, invest in Hakuhodo because they're softer. MAC is just a little bit scratchy for me, but that's just what I'm using today. So I'm going to use the coral and a MAC 224, and I'm just going to run that all over my crease. And I will be using the viewfinder, or maybe not. I'll be using a mirror as my guide. So just run that all over the crease or above the crease. And this will basically act as a transition color. These eyeshadows are very pigmented. They have a cream to powder formula. But honestly, guys, I think that nobody can top Makeup Forever right now in terms of eyeshadows because they nailed it. I used to like the previous version regardless, but these are so they blend so effortlessly. It makes it so much easier. So you can add a little bit more of that coral if you wish. There's no rules. It's just makeup. Have fun with it. So once I'm done with that, which is just basically a wash of color above the crease, you're going to grab a flat brush. You want one that just deposits color on the lid. You don't want anything too fluffy. So I'm using a MAC 239 for this. And one shade I used the purple, and the other one I used the pink, as you can see, because I used it on my other eye. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna grab that purple and just place that on the outer part of the lid, staying, you can go up to the crease a little bit, but it's just mostly focused on the outer part of the lid. Just like so. This look is really all about color placement. So that you don't want it to go all the way to the crease because then it's going to interfere with that transition color, but I mean, in the end, you can always go a little bit, you can go back with that transition color and just add more to it, so it's fine. But now we're gonna go with the pink color, which is the brightest one. And this one is usually the one that has the most fallout. But it's super bright. You can also use it as a blush. And again, just placing that on the center of the lid. If you find that it kind of covers the purple one, it's fine because you can go over the purple again. Again, since it's just about color placement, it's really not a big deal. Now we're going to go with another flat brush, and this is the MAC 242, which is my oldest brush. This brush is like, I want to say 9 years old. So we're going to use the orange for that, and we are going to place it on that first, just the inner corner of the eye, so the first part of the, you know what I mean. Here's a tip just for you. When you're doing eyeshadow, you could either just do it like that and kind of, you know, make this, but then you're, you know, wrinkling your forehead. But what I do is I tilt my head back, so that way you prevent your forehead from creasing up. So we don't want any lines, right? I mean, we're all gonna have lines, but you know what I mean. So that's basically there, and what I want to do now is, if I feel like I need to add a little bit more of another color, then I will. So I feel like I want more purple, so I'm just going to place more purple where the purple goes. And all you want is to, all these colors almost as if they were blending onto each other. And then we can go again with the transition color, which is that coral, and the same 224 that we were using, and just go above that crease just to kind of blend everything out. And then the last thing that I did for this look in terms of using the eyeshadows is I grabbed a small brush. This is a 219. So just like, yeah, just a small brush. And I'm using the yellow, and I am placing that from the inner corner all the way upwards, and you just kind of want to stop at the center. It's just a little bit of pop there, a little bit of yellow that just adds a little bit more intensity and more drama to the look, more dimension. If you feel like, see right here, I added, just kind of extended a little bit out. Basically, I extended my eyeshadow more than I was supposed to. You know what, surprisingly, there was not as much fallout with this eye. So if you just want to clean with a wipe, you could also do it with a Q-tip. That's how I usually do it, but I don't have a Q-tip in hand, so I'm just using what I have. So the next part, if you feel like still needs to be blended out a little bit more. Here's just another tip. You can always go in with a clean brush. This is just a 224, all clean, and you can just go out on the corners or on the borders to give the illusion of a more smoked out look. And just so it looks kind of cleaner, you don't want to have any hard edges. Just like so. And so what I did next, let me close my palette so my eyeshadows don't get mixed up or messed up, my bad. I went in with a black gel liner, and guys, I've found the one. I mean, this eyeliner is the best gel liner I've ever used in my whole life, and I've tried a lot. What I love about this gel liner is that it's not only really black and intense, but it's just so smooth. It doesn't dry on the brush, which is something that I hate. And okay, before I do my eyeliner, be patient. This takes a lot of practice. I'm not trying to be cocky or anything, but just because I've always loved eyeliner, I've been doing eyeliner since I was probably 15. I'm 25, so it's just, I'm not saying it's gonna take you 10 years to do eyeliner. It's just, you know, the more you do it, the better you'll get, so be patient. And another tip is to use a very thin brush. I'm using a MAC to 110. So I'm gonna lightly coat that and go as close as I can to my lashes. I can't talk when I'm doing liner, so I'm sorry. So you have the base there, now it's time for the wing. You know what's bugging me? I mean, obviously this doesn't have autofocus, but the bristles are separating, so that makes it hard to have a precision. You know, when you want to do your flick, you don't want strays of hair all popping in different directions. That's kind of making it difficult for me. Yep. So I'm gonna do it thicker than I originally intended to, just because I'm having this problem with the brush. Sorry. So that's way thicker and way different than the other one, so now I have to correct the other one, but it's fine. I'm probably gonna have to go a bit thicker on the other side. Or not. You know what, guys? I'm just gonna leave it like that. Who cares? And then just run it right here. Okay, so it's just a little bit of color right there. And then I'm gonna use that bright pink. I'm gonna tap off the excess a bit and then use that right here on the inner corner. So if you feel like you need a little bit more of the other shade, then just feel free to add more. Just gonna use a little bit more of that purple. And voila. I'm also, okay, so I put my hair down. It's kind of dirty, so my apologies. But this is the result, and these are all the products that I used that day. And you know what? It's a very bold look. It's very colorful. I think it's very fun. I'm not a makeup artist. I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm just playing with color, and I love skincare and I love makeup and I love everything beauty related, and I think it's just a fun hobby. So just have fun with it. And having said that, regardless of the fact that I'm not a makeup artist, I had never received so many compliments like the day when I wore this. I literally received more than 15 compliments on my eye look, and people were asking what I used, what colors, what exact shades, and that had never happened to me. So I wanted to share it with you. You know, I wanted to share it with you, and there was someone on Instagram who said, you know, please do a tutorial, and I don't usually get requests. So when someone told me that they wanted to see this, I said, you know what, I am going to do it. I'm gonna leave my fears aside and I'm gonna go on YouTube. So I hope that you liked the result. I hope that you found it inspiring, or that you want to go out now and, you know, try these shades. And you don't have to get these exact same shades. You can try similar shades. I'm sure you have in your collection, but honestly, these Makeup Forever eyeshadows are great, and they beat all the shadows that I own, even the Lorac eyeshadows, which are like my favorite. These are actually really great, and I purchased 3 more that I'm going to use for my brother's wedding. That's on the 30th of this month, August. So yeah, anyway, that's a little bit of ramble, but yeah, this is the finished end result, and I hope that you liked it. And yeah, I'll see you next time. Thank you so much for, you know, still being here if you are, and have a beautiful day.